Hello, thanks for joining me today. This is Dwayne the Realtor. Today I'll be talking about technology and home buying, so mainly for buyers. Some of the topics that we'll cover are online searches, showings, offers, and the forms that we use, and some third-party reports. And it's all related to how technology affects these topics. So our first topic is online searches. And online searches can be through our local multi-list system, which is in this area, it's the West Penn multi-list. And that would be through the use of your trusted realtor. Other forms of technology that allow you to do searches, for my company in particular has a Keller Williams application. So it's an app that can be loaded to your phone. I can share the link, and you open the link and upload the app, and then from any location that you're in, you can review information on nearby homes that are for sale. Another source is a realtor website. On my website, I have connected through IDX to the West Penn multi-list. So if you visit my website, you can also create a search and do your own search for homes in the area. And finally, there are the options of Zillow, Realtor.com, and some of the other websites. These are, they're out there and used by a lot of people, but you're really not gaining the assistance of a realtor. If you're not familiar with an area, it can be a little bit misleading and may not give you the most accurate information based on what you're looking for. So in helping my clients, I can set up searches in the MLS tailored to them using the specific criteria. I think, in me accessing the West Penn multi-list, I can pull up some more details and provide some explanation. I can also define areas, either by community, I can do a radius search, and then I can take that listing information that results and funnel it into what we call a CMA, or comparative market analysis. Now that breaks down the listings and does compare and contrast based on values to help bring some understanding to a more exact market value. So it may be a comparison for a specific home or understanding values in a certain area. Also, seeing a map with the properties on the map and a breakdown of that. It's real helpful to consumers in understanding the market values, and the opportunities available to them in purchasing a home. So another component in buyers searching for a home is actual showings. So you find a home that you'd like to go and see. So some of the things that we can do virtually or through technology, just using FaceTime, and with the consumer on the phone unable to get to the house, I can actually walk them through and show them all the areas of the house using the FaceTime app. Virtual tours. So a lot of times listing agents will have a virtual tour created, and within the listing page there's a link, and you can view the home as a buyer through their virtual tour. Now that's a little bit subjective. It is seeing all the best parts of the house through the videographer, or if it's the realtor using their camera to actually record the virtual tour. And some other types of technology available for showing are the applications that we realtors use to actually set up the showings. So in our local area there is Showing Time, and that sets up electronically. I can go in and sign up for an appointment at a certain time. It'll send me a text confirmation, and it really does provide some confidence in the system that we have an appointment set up at an exact time, especially during times like now where the market is so highly competitive, and you want to make sure that you're able to get your buyer, or the buyer wants to make sure they're able to get access to the property to see the property. So offers and the forms that we use, this too is all electronic, and it has been for some time now, but it's another point and another part of the process in buying a home. So I am able to, access forms online. I can complete the forms online. I can share the forms through email online, and my clients can view them, complete them, and I can obtain signatures online as well. So everything has gone electronic, and it's a huge time saver. I will say that I get anxious sometimes because you don't get the same opportunity necessarily using technology to review the information and confidently know that your client understands the forms that they're signing and the offer that they're putting out there to a potential seller. So for that, we have Zoom meeting and similar applications where we can both get online and I can share my screen and all the forms can be viewed. So I'll send the forms ahead of time, allow the consumer, the buyer, to review the forms, and then they can meet with me on Zoom meeting or, like I said, a similar application, and we can review specific questions that they have, so that now they have a confidence that what they're hoping to achieve, they're going to do. Okay. Another aspect of the buying process that technology has influenced is home inspections, appraisals. A home inspector physically has to go to the property and do the inspection, but then he uploads everything to an application and sends the report out electronically. And using a tool like Zoom meeting, we can review, realtors can review with their clients to answer any questions or to identify any information on the report. Same thing can be said for an appraisal. The appraiser does have to physically go to the property, but then the reports are done in an application and they're shared with the lender electronically, with the buyer and the realtor. And again, we can review those using a Zoom meeting or something like that. So all parts of the buying process can be done electronically and are affected by the updates in technology. Finally, I'd like to just extend a little bit of a warning. Pictures are great, videos are wonderful. They tend to be subjective. So many times I've met a buyer and we've walked through a house and they turn around and look at me and say, "What were they taking pictures of?" So I'm sure they were pictures of this house in the best possible light, but there is nothing that can replace actually going to a property and experiencing the home for yourself. So seeing the lot and the slope of the land, experiencing how close the other properties neighboring to the subject property are, being able to walk into the house and just really see exactly what's there, looking out the windows. I always tell the consumers, look out the windows. You're going to maybe not pay attention to that in your first trip to the house, but if you're living there, now all of a sudden that's going to settle with you. What do I look out my window and see? So technology is great, and it helps a buyer to be immersed in the available information on any particular property or an area. But being there in person, there's nothing quite like that. And spending, a large sum of money on a new home, you want to make sure that you're making the right choice. Thank you for joining me today. I hope the information I shared was useful for you. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me at DwaynePalmieri.com. Thank you.